And here they are once again. We do get to see them again internationally. Let's see what they can put up against KRÜ, a team who has had their region's number since the beginning. The competition has been hard to find for them. So are they ready? Are they up to par? Were scrims and everything enough to make this the matchup that everyone is hoping?
KRÜ on the attacking half, they just invested 2 players to get your way into B, clear out the KJ turret that was sitting up in that corner. Now they can reset things a bit. I do like this from Solkas, though, and Scream on how they've taken this space down long, trying to pressure A main. I like this, Riv.
Up towards front, Kesnet just playing the audio game. And you're right, a good push up by TL. They do this quite a bit. Well, they'll send 1 or 2 at least up long. Hold off that lobby position. If you know nobody's pushing that way, C's safe. The rotation can come, the lean can come from the rest of them as the shots get traded out. Solkas is found, and now Scream knows a majority of the players of KRÜ are still hanging out towards A lobby. Well,
and the thing is, their Scream was in Solkas was in a pretty rough spot, right?
Yeah,
like he was in that cubby. He only had 45 HP after the initial touch. So for him to walk away with at least getting 1 kill and weakening up Delzik a decent amount, that's a win. That feels
30
good.
seconds left.
Kesnet hearing the turret just on the other side. He's going to try to get the rotators here. Kesnet has possibly the round in his hands if he has the kills to come across on TL's rotation. Navera from heaven now on that Sova. Can he put up the damage here just on the planter? That's going to be a bit on Klaus, but not enough as the rest of the utility is set up for post-plant.
It certainly didn't feel good. Navera playing up in heaven. And you mentioned the flanks. There's one of them as Kesnet drops at the hands of Link. Now they can turn their attention to the site as Yampi creeps his way forward. He's going to check that first 50, swings around, drops him. Link does the same. That was pretty clean, Riv.
Yeah,
that looked good.
Coming in strong. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of util call out for TL of what Navera was hearing up top. Make the situation happen if there's more. He is really good at thinking out an entire situation before it comes to fruition. Here we are towards long, and you can see a little bit of KRÜ taking that push TL just brought it to themselves. TL, however, not at long A this time.
Yeah, and I think we've got to touch on KRÜ and the fact that they bought up, right? Like they went full armor, they went Spectres, and a Stinger in there as well, but you start to feel some of this like refusal to back down, right? Like we're going to take the fight to your doorstep.
TL gets to patiently wait on this one with the amount of utility they have set up between Garage and B. It's just going to be the waiting game. Good drone, good drone coming out here. They do see Mazzino, but that's only 1 down on the bottom side of A. Spike's still in window, so no full committal here from KRÜ. They're really trying to read the plays. Like you said, it's a buy. There's no reason to rush in here and make this a round where you're just trying to destroy TL's economy. You're trying to destroy TL altogether.
Right. And it's a high-risk, high-reward game, right? If you invest here and you fumble the round, things don't go your way, you're sitting in a pretty tough spot financially, so you really need to make this convert, and Navera getting the opener there looking good. Solkas, the gravity well pulls him right back, but Navera is able to get a second. Now Klaus is going to get the spike down.
Spike planted. Coming back.
But I like the setup. Yeah,
3 in sight. Slow walk over as TL realizing, you know, late flank last time. Let's give it a second chance. As now TL groups here for the retake. Utility is not too great on the side of KRÜ. They're going to have to hit their shots. A few ways to get in the dash for disruption coming from Yampi. Or Scream, possibly.
Oh, okay. You awake?
Headshot machine is online to start things off. Yampi there. And Doug, that's going to be another quick one from him as they retake the site. 1, 2, 3. We figured it could be a tough one as KRÜ purchased, but TL solidify a second one for themselves as we go to round 3. And then on the eco, they'll once again feel this round out. See if we can get any of these sheriff shots to connect.
Perhaps. They do have Klaus, who's got the lockdown online. Yampi on the other side is 1 point away from having his. So you're right, it is early, right? A bit ahead of forecast, if you will. We'll see if those come into play. Timing just not on Kesnet's side there.
Link starts this one off with that first kill, and it's a great point for the lockdown being up. Klaus has then been the guy to plant, the guy to grab an orb if possible. A huge focus there for KRÜ if you have lockdown that early. Another trade from Nagsich. Some of these sheriffs are connecting, Doug.
It's not a bad start. It hasn't been easy.
Nope.
For them to get this far, but it hasn't been a bad start. At all. With that, you mentioned some of the damage that went down. Solkas down to 19 HP, so he's kind of going to have to play this a bit more slowly, but as we saw in round 1, Riv, he was in a bad spot, and he managed to get a kill with it anyway.
Oh, I feel like there's, obviously we're going into round 3, but I feel like this could be an explosive game. Yinsu started it off, you know, the games have not gone as expected today. The region's expected to lose, have put up fights that a lot of people have had their eyes widened by here, and you wonder if KRÜ can now start this off as they get into their next round. It should just be TL getting back to retake the site with guns. It should be TL's round. The KRÜ could easily pull this off.
Well, and they feel really confident in it. You see they've dropped that lockdown, and yeah, if they continue to play things out, they'll farm up another. You've got Nagzed who's playing this cheeky little flank, wrapping his way around defender spawn. If he gets the timing right, it's going to be problematic, but Solkas and the rest of the team start to work their way forward. Again, it's a game of delay. If you can delay long enough for Nagzed to get into a good spot, he's going to be able to rip this thing right up, and he does that. He's able to take care of Navera. Klaus pushing in on the same side as well. Yampi left in that 1v2. Both players on KRÜ are weak, but there's just not going to be enough.
It's A, just to get that positioning from KRÜ.
Scream bringing an op in. You see the knife drop down long. Gives Scream a little bit of room to swing out and challenge on that A main area. Again, Liquid and KRÜ, because it hasn't just been Liquid, but both teams fighting for this area of the map early on.
Yeah, always. Always. TL love to know. I feel like it's one of this. You can go down long C, but it's just a long corridor. The bends to A allow you to get up the lobby a little safer and take so much agency over the map. There, the operator we see for Scream, a big investment here as TL look to carry the few first rounds now into another victory after KRÜ stopped them dead in their tracks. Round 3, Garage take from KRÜ.
The Lear's there, but you're going to have to get through the alarm bot. They managed to do so. There's still the defenses of Liquid that are still on the site, but they're beginning to crumble. They fall apart. KRÜ is already taking care of 2. That's going to allow them to get onto the site. Should allow them to get the spike down, but we'll see if Solkas and Scream are able to do anything to rip this bad boy back. The bear is there as well. There we go. Shock dart.
Only a bit of damage.
Doing quite yet. Solkas with 4, but Klaus rips it.
He asserted quickly in what he had to do. Ultimate for Mazino's up. Nagzed looking at that Blade Storm here, as Yampi does have the retake all on lockdown. No more pushing A long just now for TL. They're trying to figure out where Scream will be, or Solkas will be this time with that
Yampi.
rifle. They did find Yampi.
That Marshall going off as a drone gets a decent amount of info as well. They've taken short control. Off of that, you're seeing some of the rotations come through. You've got Link who's rotating back over towards A, feeling the pressure there. And the thing is, you've also got Delzik in a decent spot down C long, to where if they don't feel any pressure coming in from that way and they draw out a bit more util or some presence to understand this is where Liquid is on A, they can flip the map.
Just playing the round time. Running the clock down. KRÜ feel comfortable pressuring Liquid in those last few moments, looking for maybe a 30-second exec here, once they get themselves into position. And again, all 5 towards A. Huge favoritism from KRÜ onto this site. Mazino's going to be able to stay back as well after throwing a few. No, he goes for that right away. Hunter's Fury, can he connect?
Oh, as the Hunter's Fury comes out, they funnel onto the site, but Navera's Sheriff able to hold things back, at least for the time being, but Liquid once again ultimates when they feel like they have a chance. It may not be a big chance, but they're willing to. They don't hesitate on pulling that trigger to secure a round. First it was the lockdown, there it was the Hunter's Fury. They're not hesitating at all.
Yeah. Love this KO setup, really being able to spread yourself out across multiple areas, knowing Garage is open. B will still be locked down by your turret, so the team can continue to rotate with distance. Link chilling in that spot. He kind of plays the, you probably wouldn't think I'd be here again. But that's when he comes up with another 2 kills. And again, KRÜ, slow play across the map. We did see that it was Delzik on the left side towards C. Now it's Nagzed as they work the operator and they change up how they're looking at the map. Quick tag.
This is not real. This is a fake. I mean, and it makes sense, right?
What is
like
real?
KRÜ, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose it is real. Maybe not the right word there. But they've hit A so many times that they're just kind of biting on that now, right? You see the lockdown comes out as well. That's actually so much room for KRÜ to work with. And yeah, you've got the gravity well, you buy him some time. The Hunter's Fury is going to come out as well. And holy smokes, that could be everything, as they're getting everything that they want. Link is an anchor who refuses to give up an inch as he gets 3 on the round so far. Looking for more 4. Can he get the ace? Last player's in Garage. Go out there, challenge it, man, yeah!
Divide. Well, Link said, don't worry, I got this.
It was, you know, with that, we were talking about how KRÜ has kind of been conditioning Liquid to lean towards A with how they've hit those.
That's true.
Enough to draw out the lockdown. Riv, it's kind of scary to think that if Link doesn't go Super Saiyan there,
yeah,
Liquid may be in some trouble in that round.
Absolutely. That Cosmic Divide gives them all the site agency they would need as Yampy trades one as Mazzino comes back there.
Good little 1-for-1 there. Scream dashing back, staying alive, has that op in tow. Also 1 point from having the Blade Storm to work with. For KRÜ, you know, we've talked a bit about how they like to lean towards A. One of the other things that we have to draw draw attention to, excuse me, when it comes to their play style is it's been slow. Right, like it's been poke and prod at the beginning, and for Liquid, as you start to kind of figure some of that out, you're able to get these early picks that you may have not gotten at the beginning, and you can shut this down very effectively.
Yeah, here they thwart KRÜ too. They're like, how can we not find Scream? Oh wait, there he is in B. We just saw him at A, but he gets himself to a good position. We saw him leave that site immediately, and as the sniper, you always have to keep moving. Is the Blade Storm going to come through here for Nags? And he's got a few more. There's going to be 2, but it's the eyes of Scream. Is he going to be able to lock down the site in time for Soul Cost to be able to get?
See, when you know there's a jet there with the Blade Storm.
Oh, Navera brings it out, and he just lays into the trigger as soon as the round starts through the B wall into mid push, but it's not going to be about mid. It's going to be about Link and C again.
Link finds 3, and there were no guns on the side of KRÜ, right? So you kind of put things...
Because nobody was behind default. He would have gone past where Link plays, behind the default box, then gets to toy around. But Navera pushes up that time, and like you said, it kind of looks weird that you're not dashing into anything, but I don't think they expected Navera there either. Cleaning up kills left and right. A little separation in rounds now as TL strengthen themselves, and I think that's a big frag as well. TL have had way too much control over the middle of the map with just the Jampy's utility on Killjoy. So to take that out makes them think a bit more, makes them move a bit more. Maybe that's what KRÜ needs, just to dislodge TL from those early positions.
And the thing I want to keep an eye on here is for KRÜ, how deep is the playbook, right? Because you saw some early success towards A, but now that Liquid are starting to stuff that, what's plan B, right? Like, where do you go from there? If you can't find the same success you had on A at the beginning of the map, what's your secondary play? And if you don't have one, that's a problem.
And they've already switched up how they played. Kesnet, it was the pistol round flank, but now he's with the team. They need those flashes. They would even more so if it was Sky and more identification from Trailblazer. But Kesnet on the Rainy here, trying to find some frags for the team. The Empress is online, so it could be big for this round as Yampy and Sewers is able to pick up a few with Link on the other side.
Dude, he was in such a good spot there, and they had no idea that that's where he was through all of that. But KRÜ finding some space to work with. They've gotten back on A, but you've got to get through the final bosses of Navera and Link. Well, actually, just Navera for now, as Link is still kind of playing a bit further back. Utility invested from the Astra to buy some more time. Mazzino looking to get the spike down anyway and manages to do so, but still has so much in front of him. He still has to find his way through this 1v2. Isolates a gunfight to 1v1. Navera drops down, manages to rip his face off along the way, and gets the defuse for Liquid.
A second flying heaven kill coming out of the window.
Angel's wings,
This guy, Angel's wings here for Navera. Feeling good, does pick up the operator for the team. We'll get that transferred back, Orbs, and give yourself, like you said, another direction to play through.
Lighter buy coming out for the Latin American team here.
Yeah.
The Spectres and a couple pistols to work with. And this is slightly different, right? This is much faster than what we've seen out from KRÜ. But as much as things change, they stay the same. We're going back to A.
They've gotten themselves in. This could be a good attack here. Yeah, Yampy goes down. His utility is gone, but Navera's trying to rip it with the Odin. He can't get enough.
No, he does get 2 there, but Soulcash drops. Numbers advantage in favor of KRÜ. The spike has made its way into the site. Not landing initially. He does have the Blade Storm as well, so if he wants to get real spicy with it, I suppose he can go. But Liquid here, trying to find their way through. They have the Cosmic Divide to work with as well. They have a pretty comfortable lead. No real reason to save your way into this thing, right? You kind of want to roll the die and see if you can make something happen. First steps first, take care of that. The Hunter's Fury is going to come out from his Xeno, try to clear out the player up in heaven. You just heard the Blade Storm come online as well, and that should be the cue that they want to take the fight, that they want to figure something out. He's playing this tight corner. The swing out from Kesnet's so good, and he's going hunting, baby. He's going to grab.
Different agent feeling it out.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see out of Arena, so those are big confidence kills for him to get.
And he was ready. Vandal out instantly, peaked A. He was trying to get Scream dead immediately. So yeah, Kesnet definitely feeling a little hotter now that he's getting these frags. We'll see if they can keep that going as a bit of a focus with utility. It will draw TL members. But remember, that spike is down for KRÜ. This is what they do in the beginning of the round.
Navarra getting that tag there, a bit of info, but otherwise KRÜ going back to what has really been their recipe, so to speak, for the last couple of rounds. One difference is you do have that op in the hands of Nagzed, and that's a great start onto Scream.
That's an incredibly big start, because whether Scream has an op or not, he's also a big player in general for TL and can often be found getting the first frag. So to have him off the board will separate the map a little bit more. And it's going to be that hit again here for KRÜ.
Soulcast is in a good spot. Soulcast is in a good spot. He's able to get 2 with the Vandal. The flash to make sure there's nobody else, but you're good, brother. Ain't nobody coming, at least quite yet. Now the spike makes its way in through short, and they still have the defenses. They're doubling down. Soulcast gets a third. You have to get yourself onto the site, but you're trying to walk in there and trying to take corners drier than a piece of overcooked chicken, man. Like, that's not how it works. Make something happen.
Yeah. 7-4, possibly the 8-4 here if TL can grab it. Spectres in 2 hands on Nagzet and Delzik, but the ults are there, and you can see Nagzet walking up long to see if he can solidify that kill we saw on Scream just last round.
And it is interesting for Liquid, right? Like, they're playing notably off, right? Like, you've only got Scream, who just now made his way up to heaven. He wasn't there a second ago, so he still has that op to hold the angle. And KRÜ find themselves back on A. The smoke coming out from the Astra to create a bit of space to allow them to creep their way onto the site. And that's already, oh, the foot! No. You blew his toe off!
To take that angle as well. Oh my word, Scream gets one. Kesnet's gonna answer back. That's a big frag that they have the site. TL's retakes have been fantastic, but how good can this denial be? There's the Cosmic Divide, and that's huge. Great play from Delzik.
Yeah, it's gonna be countered though. They're gonna drop their own Cosmic Divide on top of the null command, so this should be it for them. They want to go forward. Kesnet going aggressive, and he gets dropped at the hands of Link. What more do they have in their tank? They find themselves down to 3 members left. Liquid with the advantage, and it's only going from bad to worse as Delzik drops. Liquid get to 8. It was a decent setup, but Riv, you've got to draw attention to this as well. The smoke was off, and you said it, there just wasn't enough that was impressive, right? Like, there weren't even like moments of something that you could look at and go, dang, yeah, double down on this.
I think we might get a different defending side, however, from KRÜ. Already through to the window right now. Nagzet, as well as Kesnet, taking up shop here, and they've pushed themselves through. No audio heard just yet, but they do have a turret to their left.
Nagzet getting a little antsy. Come on, guy, take the space. Oh, no. Right.
Good crossfire.
Oh, but Navarra's in a good spot. He's not just blindly walking through. The timing is great. Navarra, get out of here, bro. The guy, he just joined the team. What the heck?
Oh, can he be on the ground for a kill? Is that cool?
No, it's more fun this way.
Navarra. Delzik, however, comes up and shuts us up as well. Liquid lose 2 immediately, and that could be a C site now. If they can push down and figure out where the rest of these members are, this is going to be big. Nice push by Delzik. What else can he find out?
Very nice push to take all of this away, and you've got a couple of members that are very weak on the side of Liquid. But Scream with his 1 HP, proving that that's all you need.
30 seconds
left. That's the call. Where they buy guns, that's
where we're going.
That's the call when you get killed like that, and you just kind of sigh to yourself. That means TL read it, right? They pushed themselves back. They said, well, how aggressive will KRÜ be? And we saw all the way to spawn was the answer there. C-site, as I said, will be the take.
10 seconds left.
And it looks like they'll get a plant down here with plenty of time. What can Mazzino do? He has drone, he has sonar bolt.
And you saw Navarra drop the dart back there, back sight, make sure there was nobody pushing forward. Understanding Mazzino's likely coming from this way. It's just a bit early, but gets the info. There goes Mazzino trying to push forward, takes care of Navarra. Remember, he's got a couple of weeks.
Very, very close to solidifying that round with a nice retake.
He did. Unable to do it, though. Liquid up big. KRÜ not fully up to the same nonsense that they were up to in the first half, where they double down and buy everything. This time it's just 2 marshals. But Liquid, Rev, man, like Liquid, they're just not showing anything, and they haven't had to get up to this point.
Nope. They are keeping long range, though. The marshals actually come into play here. None of the marshals they actually put are towards the C side. So it makes it a little difficult to get those to work for KRÜ here, and it's going to allow TL to start pushing, but a little fakey.
Nice. blind pressure just the right time. Yampi, with everything that's going on the site, kind of peeks his head in through Garage, able to clean things up. Navera?
Doing what he can. Firing some shots out, be like, oh, don't worry, I'll leave me alone, guys. So they are going to regroup. They do leave Scream. He's trying to get a Marshall shot down long C. Gets it onto Delzik, finds another one on Nagzat. Again, it was going to be the range they used to their advantage. And now Kesnet, all of the work cut out for him on this one.
That Scream guy's, he's pretty good with the Marshall.
He does.
It seems.
Right between the eyes is where you're going to find a bullet if he's aiming at you down that scope. Or not, as we saw before.
Yeah, he didn't need it. We'll see if Kesnet
TL on
do a little bit of the Scream. Here he's got his own Marshall.
Oh.
Spot's been given away.
Womp womp.
There's really no reason to go for it here. No, first one not going to land, but that's all right. Get back on the horse, try again.
Here on attack, they're playing in so slow with each other in position to trade. I don't know if it's going to be easy enough for KRÜ to find open frags.
Well, it's just been cautious, and I think we're seeing some of the differences on Liquid's attacking half than what we saw in KRÜ's was in some areas, even you think about that push in the previous round towards C, they're just using their utility better. Right, like they're just using that better. They're using their utility to allow them to get onto the site to create some space. And yeah, it hasn't been hard hits, but they've been able to take it and get the kills that they need. Now we're seeing Navera dropping the Hunter's Fury. They push in at just the right time. Navera is able to get two, but Mazino's able to get two of his own. 3v3, Spike. Pretty tough spot here, but Scream, of course. Who else but Scream to give the numbers advantage back to Liquid? Mazino's ratty little spot there is given away by the alarm bot, but they know that Nagzat's coming. They do now. Dashes away. Cleans up Navera. How much more you got in you? 2v2. Just really nothing as far as armor left on the side of KRÜ.
Little gun pickup by Yampi. They're going to go for the plant screen, watching full right side. This is the chance for Nagzat to make a move as long as he creeps it in. Now the 2v1, Doug.
The timing's just not there. Right, like...
Yampi low.
Oh, Nagzat isolates them. Woo! Dash away, Scream. Scream, Nagzat going hunting the classic from up top, and Scream gets the 3.
Oh, I want a first-person view. He literally was spinning around and then flung his crosshair up to jet diff that round. Nagzat's so close to being able to come up with it there. It comes down to a classic for his Phantom in the end, and he shoots him out of the sky. 11-4, Doug. Down to a wire on these rounds, but TL's had so much power in these rounds, such a lead in rounds, that losing a bit of money there doesn't hurt him.
Right. And it took some heroics to even get to that point, right? Like it's taking, that's the thing, it's a bit concerning, right? Like let's be honest here, it's a bit concerning for KRÜ because it's taking big, heroic multi-kills like that just to give them a fighting chance in the round. That's an excellent start, though, for Mazino to take care of not just any old player, not just getting the opening kill, but to take out Scream as well.
Little noise in mid. We'll see what Yampi does with this as he's calling the IGL shots for this movement. So he'll focus in towards mid. The team now goes towards A as they have KRÜ sorted for this to work out.
Mazino has the Hunter's Fury. And you've got, unfortunately, not a ton of health on either he or Nagzat.
Yeah.
But that's where you see, like, Nagzat's playing a bit off, right? Like, if you want, give up A, kind of fight around that, trades it right back, right? Like, we're back to equal footing.
So he knows two in B. He can easily call that Spectre and a Vandal rotating over from B. That allows the team to know they're in sight, and Liquid just gets all this info that makes things seamless.
And the knife spots one. There we see the Hunter's Fury coming out from Mazino. He's playing so far back. Shouldn't be any problems as far as the utility from KO comes out, and Navera takes care of things as well. It's just two left on the side of KRÜ as Navera gets a spike down. One step closer to getting that Hunter's Fury online. Mazino up in heaven, not able to do anything, man, as Navera just closes.
He's got to do like a 360 backflip spin out of the window, and then we might get a smirk.
Yeah, just the tiniest.
A little bit more.
My ult's ready.
Nagzat, great shot. First time up top on the C boxes, just diversifying a bit of how you start the round. You have to throw off TL in any way, and that's a beautiful way to start.
Nagzat dropped the Blade Storm right after he gets that kill, and Scream answers with one of his own. See the op Gets put down as they want to go. Scream. Oh, a couple dueling.
One enemy remaining.
Utility that came around him, right? Like there were darts, there were gravity wells, there was all sorts of everything littering the floor. And he managed to fancy footwork his way around it to stay alive long enough to do some damage. So excellent adaptations from KRÜ.
Yeah.
Playing a little bit of floor is lava type thing to get themselves to that point.
At this point, peaking is lava. It's very dangerous. TL just seems to be hitting the headshots when it matters. That's why we have 12-5 so quickly within our first map of this best-of-3 series. Mazino's going to push down. And they do want a little bit more information on the side of KRÜ. They see how it's been favoring them.
And with this, they do have the Cosmic Divide out from Delzik, and they have the Empress from Kesnet, so you have some tools here. Oh, Mags, that spot's been given away, so there's no cheeky little 50 that can cause problems. Okay, well, he went right back into it, and I don't think they saw that, so this could be something.
So they have drone. They actually bolt out beautiful. Now KRÜ's going to have to reconsider this. They can actually destroy that lockdown if they do get a good shot on it, but Navera's going to push right through, Doug.
Kesnet did invest the Empress, so we'll see. It was just one. It was just one. Is Klaus looking to anchor things as well? Not able to do so. Delzik's left alone in this 1v3. Yambi getting the spike down. You're going to have to pull off some sort of miracle, my guy, just to keep this map alive. But what can you do, the Spectre? That's all it really has some util as well, but that's really it. Spike ticking away. Slowly playing time, but the turret's going to give his position away as soon as he swings out, right? Like an understanding that. Drops that, yeah. Oh, but the null command is so good. The null command is so good. Soul